Hey everyone, and happy Skin Cancer Awareness Month. I hope you are all doing well on this beautiful morning. Welcome back to the Skincare Basics video series brought to you by Rasa Spa. My name is Ariel, and I'm a licensed esthetician and skin therapist at Rasa. And honestly, what a better day than today to talk about this week's topic, sunscreen. I told you the sun would come out eventually. Either way, this step is absolutely crucial to do on a daily basis, whether or not it looks like the sun is out. And although I wish you would just believe me on this one, I'm going to briefly explain exactly why SPF is my favorite step, not by excitement, but by importance, and why I recommend it to any and everyone who has skin and is over 6 months old. First of all, what does SPF even mean? SPF stands for Sun Protection Factor. According to the Skin Cancer Foundation, the number tells you how long the sun's UVB rays would take to redden your skin if you apply the sunscreen exactly as directed, compared with the amount of time without sunscreen. So if you use an SPF 30 product properly, it would take you 30 times longer to burn than if you used no sunscreen at all. There are two reasons why the use of sunscreen is absolutely essential. The first being to decrease your risk of skin precancers and skin cancers. I'm going to share some statistics with you directly from the Skin Cancer Foundation's website. I remember studying this information when I first became an esthetician, and I will say it definitely opened my eyes about skin cancer because I truly was not informed before. Did you know that skin cancer is the most common cancer in the United States and worldwide? 1 in 5 Americans will develop skin cancer by the age of 70. That's about 20% of the population. More than 2 people die of skin cancer in the US every hour. Having 5 or more sunburns doubles your risk for melanoma. However, when detected early, the 5-year survival rate for melanoma is 99%. More people are diagnosed with skin cancer each year than all other cancers combined. That's the statistic that did it for me when I was first researching this. We are constantly educated about breast cancer and lung cancer, which is great. But I think we deserve to be informed about the most common form of cancer in the entire world. The second reason why the use of sunscreen is so important is to prevent premature aging. Did you know that an estimated 90% of skin aging is directly caused by the sun? I shouldn't have to say much more than that. You can use all of the exfoliants and serums and concentrates in the world, but if you're not protecting your skin from the sun, you better be welcoming wrinkles and dark spots and sagging, because nothing will counteract the negative effects of the sun's UV rays if you're not using sunscreen consistently. And forget about chemical peels and microdermabrasion treatments. Your esthetician will not treat you if you're not currently wearing SPF daily, period. It's just too much of a risk. I hate to be such a stickler about this one, but you cannot imagine what it's like to try to help someone with their concerns of aging skin who won't budge and wear SPF. If you don't exercise, you lose muscle. If you don't brush your teeth, you get cavities. So just remember, if you don't apply SPF, you are going to get wrinkles. And not just any kind of wrinkles, unnecessary wrinkles, the ones that you could have prevented. So what can you do to protect yourself? Here are some recommendations from the Skin Cancer Foundation. Seek shade, especially between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Don't get sunburned. Remember, I was telling you that the more you get sunburned, the more increased risk you have of developing skin cancer. For whatever reason, when we were growing up, it was like this cool thing to get sunburned, and I don't know why, but sunburns are not cool. You do not want them. Do not brag about them if you look completely red. Don't do that to yourself. Cover up with clothing, including a broad-brimmed hat and UV-blocking sunglasses. Use a broad spectrum UVA, UVB sunscreen with an SPF 15 or higher every day. For extended outdoor activity use a water-resistant broad-spectrum sunscreen with an SPF of 30 or higher. And I also recommend SPF 30 or higher for the face, neck, and décolleté, specifically for anti-aging purposes, or layering multiple SPF products like your moisturizer and foundation, for instance. Apply 1 ounce, which is about 2 tablespoons of sunscreen to your entire body 30 minutes before going outside. Reapply every 2 hours or after swimming or excessive sweating. Examine your skin from head to toe every single month and see a dermatologist at least once a year for a professional skin exam. And I hope this goes without saying, but please avoid indoor tanning beds at all costs. I will say we have a lot of different options for sunscreen at Rasa Spa. As with any other product in your routine, I would choose a sunscreen based on your personal skin type, conditions, and goals. However, there are a few I'm going to highlight. So the first one is actually a product from our line Circadia. If you're someone who has had very little luck with sunscreens and you find them to be heavy and leave a white cast, I would recommend trying the Light Day Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 37, that was a mouthful, by Circadia. This is a great option for all skin types, and it's a great option if you've been hesitant to add sunscreen to your routine. As for body care, the Liliquoi Mineral Defense Sport Sunscreen SPF 30 from Eminence is definitely the way to go. It's non-greasy, water-resistant, completely mineral-based, and smells amazing. I love using it on my clients after a fresh leg wax. I think it makes their skin look very nice and glowy and fresh. Back to products for the face. I'm actually going to be demoing the Liliquoi Mineral Defense Moisturizer SPF 33, which is part of that same collection. This is a great option for those of you who only use completely mineral-based sunscreen. I'm not going to get into all that, but if you are somebody who only uses mineral-based sunscreen, this Liliquoi Mineral Defense Moisturizer is going to be good for you. I'm actually excited to show you how to use this just because it can be a little bit tricky to work with at first. First, let me just read about it just a little bit. It says it's an all-mineral antioxidant barrier, a lightweight moisturizer packed with antioxidants and broad-spectrum SPF 33 to protect from UV rays and improve the appearance of skin exposed to free radicals and pollution. So, of course, we have our mineral sunscreen agents, zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. Those are mineral sunscreens that you'll want to look for if you just want mineral-based. It has Liliquoi, which is actually passion fruit seed oil, larch tree. Okay. So the directions say to apply liberally 15 minutes before sun exposure, reapply at least every 2 hours. Anytime that you have a product that's going to have sunscreen in it, you are going to get the sunscreen version of how to apply. So it can be kind of confusing. So I'll show you exactly how to use it also as a moisturizer. My hands are clean right now. Now, when I say a little bit goes a long way, if you were on the video last week about Eminence moisturizers, oh my goodness, like I said, a little bit goes a long way. So I don't know if you can see how much that is. This is the Liliquoi moisturizer. And to be completely honest with you, that's probably going to be too much. Remember, most of Eminence's moisturizer sunscreens, they're loaded with active ingredients. You don't need a lot at all. So just to kind of show you how easily that kind of spread on my fingers, this is also a pretty lightweight SPF. So the directions for this one, well, there aren't really any directions, but a nice quick tip for you. Eminence has some really cool videos that actually show you how to use their products a little bit easier. And their recommendation is to take a tiny, tiny amount, press it into the skin. Okay, and then you can start layering it. So take a little bit more and start layering it until you're nice and completely moisturized. Sometimes not the product that is the issue. Sometimes it can be how you are using it. It can be very easy to grab a moisturizer because you're so used to just getting moisturizer and going at it and throwing it all over your face. I will tell you, if you do that with this moisturizer, even though it says you don't get a white cast, it will probably feel heavy and thick, which is not how it's intended to feel. You're just applying it wrong. So once you learn how to actually apply it, it makes it so much easier. I don't know if you can see how moisturized my skin looks after that, but it definitely, to me, looks very, very hydrated and shiny and beautiful. And I don't know how to explain it, but the smell of that collection is amazing. I love the body SPF as well. Before I end this live, I just want to give you guys a couple of minutes to ask me any questions if you have any. I will stay on for about a minute or two and just kind of keep an eye on that. I do want to give you a little bit of a quick tip though, because obviously using sunscreen has to be as directed. So one of the biggest questions I have is like, well, how am I going to reapply every 2 hours? I'm at work or I put my makeup on. Is it feasible that I apply every 2 hours? If you are going to be out in the sun and you know you're next to windows and things like that, yes, you really do need to be applying every 2 hours. If you're working in an office, there's no windows, that kind of situation, okay, maybe not such a big deal. But one tip that I have for that is I would recommend using the Sun Defense Minerals from Eminence, which is like basically a mineral powder. They do have different colors that you can choose from, but number 0 is their translucent color. So basically what that says is these hypoallergenic, non-pore clogging natural minerals provide water-resistant SPF 30. But what I love about this is that it comes in a tube and it has a built-in brush. So it's easy, like super easy to just pop in your purse or take with you wherever you're going. It's translucent, so it's not going to add any color unless you want the ones that add color. You take it out, put it over, boom. Super simple, super easy. You don't have to wash your face and reapply everything every 2 hours. Grab some minerals, go over your face, good to go. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope that this was informative for you. I know it was pretty short, but I really just wanted to give you the statistics because they are real. And before I became an esthetician, I honestly did not know that. I thought because I had a little bit of a darker skin color, I could just lay out in the sun and never wear SPF, and that was the worst thing possible. I should have listened to my mom. Please listen to me as I'm telling you now. You don't want to ruin your skin. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day. It's really beautiful out, so I would recommend getting out there, but put your sunscreen on, okay? Thank you so much. Bye.